But I think it's also a recognition by the federal government that we've got a fraud and waste problem as well, and that we need to rein that in. I appreciate what Senator Frentz said, and highlighting that our state employees take pride in their jobs, and I absolutely agree with that. I don't think anything nefarious is necessarily going on. What I see in the OLA reports are really two things. One, our employees aren't trained properly, and I think that's something that the legislature shouldn't have to impose. That should be something that, as part of that continuous improvement process, agencies should be able to enact, especially when we see these repeated breakdowns in how we manage the taxpayer money. And the second thing that always seems to kind of pop out to me is that we may have employees that want to do the right thing, and we don't empower them to do it. I mean, we can look at the Feeding Our Future report. We can look at the Human Services report. We can even look at the Frontline Worker Pay report, where we had those flags sitting there, and we didn't empower our people to do their jobs properly. And you want to talk about a morale killer? That's it, Senator Frentz, because they get frustrated by it as well. And I think, you know, quite honestly, the governor has some blame here. There is a lack of accountability when we see these violations happen over and over and over. And the governor doesn't, until recently, the governor hasn't taken any stance on it. In fact, at times he's come out in opposition to some of the easy fraud prevention measures. And I think we should expect the governor and his senior staff to make this a higher priority. It's not just about spending money. It's not just about moving an investigative team from the Department of Commerce to the BCA. It might be additional staffing, and you know, I'd like to see what those do, but it's also, as Senator Draheim said, it's a culture change. It's making sure that his commissioners, his appointees, know that this is important to him, and that their senior staff knows it's important to their commissioners. And I've not seen anyone held accountable for that.